Okay, so can you introduce yourself to get us started, please?
I'm Peter Singleton, and I work for the Scottish Environment Protection Agency, and I am SEPA's Head of Research, Innovation and Evidence, and I've worked in environmental regulation, since 1986.
Can you tell us a bit more about how your role intersects with both environmental protection and policy innovation?
So, I no longer have a direct role in environmental protection in the sense of writing licenses or giving guidance on how to do that. So I now am more that interface between the rest of SEPA's business, so our scientists and our regulators, and the academic stroke research community. So helping us find the best technologies and new ideas and working out how we can bring them into an operational business.
And can you provide an overview of the RIDE Forum and the 5 agencies share program?
Okay, so RIDE stands for Research and Innovation in Our Dynamic Environment. But what it is a collective of pretty much all the public sector environmental research funders. So that's what it was set up to do, was to try and bring the funders together. So there are obvious big funders like the National Environment Research Council and DEFRA, Department for the Environment, Food and Rural Affairs. But also a lot of the other research councils do some environment-related research. Organizations like Department for Transport and Net Zero do environmental-related research. So it's now a collective of probably about 30 in its full attendance of folk like me, from a regulatory business, from all the research councils, all the devolved governments, and the majority of large departments of state. And it is classically what people would describe as a talking shop, but it's a space where we can work out all what we're doing together and where there are opportunities for us to do things together, telling each other about things that we're doing that we don't all know. And it's been in existence for over 20 years in one shape or form. So that's RIDE. SHARE is a collective of the 4 UK Environment Protection Agency and the Irish EPA. So what we call the 5 agencies in the British Isles. And again, it is a forum where we can just all talk about what we're doing with a research arm. And actually, we also use it as a body to go and talk to the research councils, because as a collective, we're a more powerful voice than as an individual one.
As chair of the RIDE Forum and SEPA's representative in the 5 agencies share program, what initiatives have you been involved with that exemplify effective policy engagement?
Wow. So to an extent, RIDE is about policy engagement, but it's about policy engagement at the senior management level. So in various of its past guises, it has actually funded pieces of work, and particularly for a while, it funded climate change impact cards to sort of try and show what is going on in various different environmental habitats driven by climate change, trying to bring the two communities together to actually make that case. But probably the most successful interaction I watched was, unfortunately, over COVID. So, one day, one week we're all sitting in an office, and the next week we're all sitting at home. But our microbiologists realized that actually they had the technology to look for COVID in wastewater. There was a research project funded by the Scottish Government, done by Edinburgh University, that developed a methodology, and our guys took that methodology and turned it into an operational program within about 10 weeks. of lockdown. And there was something truly unique about the speed with which we all managed to communicate with each other, and which is understandably driven by an international crisis. But all the usual barriers, all usual problems with being able to get hold of who you need when disappeared because everybody was working on the same problem.